wonder if I just put a still image here if anyone would notice. Well, okay, seeing as that's still loading, I'll pause that music. And continue with story quests as per usual. Well, for now. Just clear out that list. I just wonder how many is left. I'll have to check. It's probably like maybe 8. Meow, 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 meow. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So, Battle Pass events has got another notification for a leyline overflow. Okay. That's just typical rewards, and what is this? Sarah seems to be concerned about her cat. There's a... Oh. Wait, what's the mushroom jumping thing? I see. Oh, right, it's the... I can't even remember. I think they did once. I don't even know if... I mean, it must have been done as a daily quest. I don't think you get them before. I think maybe it was only once. That's why I don't remember it properly. I just realised there's no... The game sounds broken. Or at least the music is. Calling for ages. Oh no. Pronunciation? This is just the large... Oh god. I mean, they would. The same way humans can learn a different language, cats can learn a different language. Payment should be... What? No, why not? Sure. That's not... Oh no. Writes down notes. I think I can see why they didn't come back. Which even is? Oh, it's literally just set. Okay. Oh. I wonder. Nope, it just stays there. Okay. Now that could be an issue. Is there any side that doesn't have a lip? No. Really darn making you work to get this cat. I mean, what are the chances if I just jump off here I'll get there? Probably not great. Okay, I think it can be done. I might just need a little bit more height. This house should do. Yeah, there is a cat around here, it's just in a really awkward spot. Oh no. Sure. It gets worse. I'm not... Oh no. Imagine having to chase this cat around. Oh no, we're going back to there. Okay. I'm sure she'll be pleased to know that the cat left, like most of them do. Well, we did find it, sort of. So you, what? So we offer help, she accepts. We failed to bring the cat back. And then she goes off to find her later. Oh, so they're the cats. I mean, she's really quick about it, let's be honest. Like, it's blinked, and they're all back here.
Thank you for choosing to stay with us. If you require any assistance, please let me know.
That was a lot bigger than the one next to it. It Rosen is tiny. Or is that one just big? What's the average size of a cat? Defeat Ruin Break? Is that a flyy one? What's that going to give us? Anything? No. I guess I'm not close enough. Nope. And it just goes down. Or just the edge even. So, just climb up this bit. Oh, it's a... Yeah. I don't even know what you call this. There's a weird looking dinosaur thing.
Let the show begin. Practice on yourself.
Burn.
I'm sure that's fine. FAF 34863. VOD. I don't know otherwise why they put such a name. Also, what would the purpose of these things even be? Because the other ones actually had hands, so I don't think they were used to turning fields. This thing, on the other hand, what would you use it for? It's literally just a walking dinosaur. What's down here? Oh. That's funny. I think I saw these guys earlier.
Retribution! You can't run with the wind! You can't run! I miscalculated. You want this one?
Let's dance.
Well, that was very easy.
Oh, hi.
Feel float!
Oh. Yeah.
Let me just finish them off with full health. There we go. Companion XP, Mora, and Flyman Ore. Not too bad, I suppose. Monument. Now which one of these are... Oh. That's the jumping challenge, okay. I was going to say which one's which, but it already tells you, so... Man, that thing's still here. These mushrooms even... Okay, they are. Yeah, the lack of mid-air control really doesn't help with this. It'd better if you didn't have to use the glider, but... I suppose there are limits. Okay, and... Wait, what was the last one? It was the time challenge. Well, they said it didn't fall off the edge. Oh. There's a viewpoint here as well. Oh, it's of, the port. Is that what it's called? Port almost. Although, there's a bit of an, there's a little R&R in the way.
Verdict is...
I do always forget these things don't actually drop loot. Ouch. 2 of 3. Oh, they haven't even aggroed. I mean, if that's the case...
Disappear!
Let the show be.
I could just do... that's not going to reach them, is it? You know, I really thought that would reach.
That's close enough! Where do you think you're going? I'll be back.
And... oh. There we go. Separate them a bit.
Where do you think I'll be back?
Oh, so close as well. Look at them now with 100% HP for once. Oh well. It's like 95-ish, so it's not too bad. Probably best if I've done it. Although, I don't really remember because I hate doing those. Fair though, at least the daily quest ones aren't too bad. So if you make it a daily quest, they make it easier for you because they're nice.
Let's
Or
dance.
evil, depending on how you look at it.
Add Astro. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your
I
reward.
just wondered she actually just got taken over by Dendro. Is it? Oh, it's Dendro Archon again.
Add Astro.
So, just put this back on. Next is Kaya, then Nobu. Oh, and Amber. Almost just forgot her. Okay, let's have a look at the story quest list. I'm guessing that's because there's a key available, which yes there is. Oh wait, what's on this list? Albedo. I guess we'll do that one, which is Potage. That, yep. Principal. That's the one. This one's Yay Lines, I think, because that's the one that was unlocked yesterday, and that one's indicating it's new. And definitely all the ones on that list are not. Well, I do wonder how many do I actually have left. So there's one. I'll just do this first. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, not too many. Just passing a little off on there. Just double check. Is that actually? Looks to be okay. Fine. So, who are we running into? Are we doing Albedos?
Sister Rosaria! So here you are! Choir practice is about to...
I've told you already, I don't go in for that kind of thing. I've got more important matters to attend to.
Oh, but this event has commemorative significance. The church hopes that all sisters will be present.
Hopes? That's odd, because I don't recall a fulfill the hopes of others clause in my job description.
I mean, sure, but...
But what? You're the event organizer, aren't you? Do you not find it the least bit odd?
What do you mean?
This far out from Mondstadt at this hour? Even if you set out right now, I'll wager you'd still miss the opening ceremony. Who knows? Maybe this is someone's grand plan to make a fool out of you.
Huh?
What is going on?
That can't be. People aren't like that.
Evidence decides what people are like, not your feelings. Maybe you're a little too trusting of other people. Don't fret, nobody's gonna blame you if you go back empty-handed. I can't imagine anyone else was delusional enough to think I was gonna show up. But if you dally any longer, you really won't make it.
You're right. It's a very important commemorative event. If I'm late, then... right, I've gotta get going.
Someone just witnessed this, okay.
Seems like that sister's an expert in making people believe anything she wants.
Yeah.
I thought I heard something.
No,
Who
you
are
didn't.
you and why are you eavesdropping?
We better watch out. She seems like a dangerous villain, or a trickster at best.
Oh, really? I'm a member of the long-standing Favonius Church. You're an eavesdropping pixie from who knows where, and you think I'm the trickster?
Not the best nickname for
Wait, she
Paimon, but it's
heard
still
that?
good.
Paimon was whispering so quietly.
Were you there?
And as for this outlander you seem to be following... huh. So it's you,
What?
the honorary knight that saved us from storm terror. Well then, given your status, I won't press you on your reasons for eavesdropping. Otherwise, depending on your answer, I could have arrested you on the spot.
What? Do the Sisters of Mondstadt have the authority to arrest people now?
We can't go turning a blind eye to hidden dangers, can we? Why shouldn't sisters have a sense
I mean, if we did get
of
arrested, it
justice?
wouldn't be the first time.
That doesn't sound right. But Paimon can't think of a good comeback.
Let's talk about you. What are you doing in the mountains?
So we are looking for Albedo. Good. So we're actually doing the right story quest. Investigating the truth of this world, looking for Albedo. I mean, I forget who Rosaria is. I'm assuming you do meet her at some point?
If it's him you're after, I made a
Because I
point of
recognize her
noting his
character,
tracks. Many
but-
people have made their way up after the snowstorm. Let's hope they're still there.
So, are you also looking for him?
No, this is just a professional habit of mine. I sensed elemental traces in these tracks. Never hurts to be vigilant.
Yeah, you are fairly mysterious.
I couldn't care what you think. Come on then. I'd like to see what he's up to anyway.
I can't remember the last time we met Albedo.
Rosaria said there were elemental traces in the tracks. They should show up pretty clearly with elemental sight.
Yeah, unfortunately it's in bloody dragon spine. We have some treasure hoarders, I think.
You know, little pixie, your ability to appear and disappear at will is very interesting.
Wait, she actually does that?
Yeah?
After committing a crime, you'd be able to leave the scene without a trace.
You're
Actually, that's a
so
fair point.
suspicious. Why is Paimon a criminal in your example?
Okay, appreciate colour is just a habit.
Time to fry.
Oh, is this oh, star silver. That's a very hard thing to, annoying thing to get even. I remember that stuff.
It's getting colder and colder. Rosaria, aren't you freezing?
Me? I'm alright. I got used to operating in adverse conditions a long time ago.
Wait, we're going to the tree?
Seems like there's more to being a sister in the Favonius Church than Paimon realized.
I mean, does it want us to speak to the tree? I'm guessing not. Oh, we go up this way. Is it just like a tour of Dragon Spine? So far, it's seeming that way. Oh. Painting?
Is that Albedo? Why would he hang around a place like this?
The word on the street is he loves painting. He'll hang around anywhere for a good landscape. The views and
Oh.
scenery here are pretty good. Potential paintings everywhere you look.
Hilichurls? Isn't he in danger? Uh-oh. Looks like we started
Why do we
them.
get dragged into this?
Enough talk.
Come on, start
Let's
with
take
them.
them out of the picture first.
Who are you? Why did you alarm them? Thank
That was
the gods
Paimon,
I'd
not
already
me.
completed my painting. Would have been a shame to leave these particular hilichurls unfinished.
I thought you painted
What's
landscape.
up with painting Hilichurls? What makes them so interesting?
I'm afraid the answer isn't easy to explain. If you'd like to have a look at my painting, it may give you a clue.
Wow, look at the detail! But some of it seems to have been done in a hurry.
You can find these hilichurls anywhere. Quite boring, in fact. Not worth closer inspection. But take a look at this specimen. The build, the coat, and there's a distinct force at work here.
What?
In the cyclical lives of such primitive communities, such unique attributes are an indication of evolution at work. Evolution, the transition from nothing into existence, from the known to the
Hold your horses. Something tells me we're in for a thesis and I haven't got the stamina.
Wouldn't they just like be a backwards evolution? Since they are technically the residents of Carnaria.
We found your man. I'm headed back.
Just seems like a point to mention since
What?
like
Don't you have any
yeah,
questions
they kinda
for
didn't end up too well.
What a weirdo.
So Sister Rosaria brought you. Surprising. And I didn't have time to thank her. But back to the point. From her words, it seems that you were looking for me?
I don't know
We
why.
met a girl in Mondstadt, Sucrose. She said you were stuck with your research.
That's what this was. Okay. That makes more
I see.
sense.
So Sucrose sent you here. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the honorary knight. You've got the whole of Mondstadt talking. I've heard a bit of everything. Your actions during Storm Terror's attack, your elemental control, and quite a few other mysterious things. I'll skip to the conclusion. There's only one possibility after all. You came from afar. From another world, correct?
Probably.
Excellent. If I could procure your assistance, I think my research would benefit enormously.
Your research.
Forgive me. This must be confusing. Where should I begin? The essence of life?
Whoa, you want to start with that?
You're right. Giving a demonstration would be better than trying to explain.
What?
For example, awakening life.
Wait, put this-
Breathing new life into fallen leaves.
You can do that?
Is that actually, is that alchemy?
However, I have a particular seed in my
Yes,
possession. The method I'm talking about has produced no results. It's like you, in that it hails from another world. Helping it to grow, to bloom. That's the problem my research is up against. That's where I need your assistance.
Well, if you're struggling to figure it out, Paimon's not sure we're gonna be much assistance.
I beg to differ. I'm unable to comprehend the intricacies of life outside of the known world. But you're not from the known world. By observing and researching you,
So you think...
I may just be able to find a way to get the seed to sprout.
Okay, I don't quite see what this actual...
Shall we just get
I'm
out
hoping
of
to
here?
grow
This
plants.
sounds a little freaky.
Yeah, what's in it for me?
Mora, knowledge, and the answer
enough,
to the
I'm alone.
question you are seeking. It happens to be an answer that I can provide. How does that sound? Time for a change of surroundings. We should be going. There's research to do.
Well, someone's quick to move. And this doesn't look good. Oh. It's just Rosaria.
Albedo and that traveler seem to have hit it off. Takes a weirdo to know one, I guess.
Wow.
I wonder, does this
Like you
constitute
can
a risk
speak.
to Mondstadt?
Okay, so we're going to the test site. Which is of course still within the bloody... Ugh. You know, when I finished this post I thought I'd know how to come back. Yeah, I'm having to do a bloody quest here now. Wait, why is this lit up? Oh, did I not? Okay, sure.
Paimon has a question. After the seed sprouts, will it grow into anything?
I don't know. But I feel the importance will lie in the method, not the endpoint.
I mean, I assume
Using
it would,
alchemy
but
to
like...
awaken
I'd
otherworldly
say what it
life
would
into
be.
that would constitute a big leap in my understanding of the essence of life. After awakening, even creation may be possible.
What if it's a bad tree?
Still a little difficult to understand?
No, Paimon's got a brain.
Hard to believe at
What's
times.
the seed gonna become? Isn't that more interesting than whatever it was you were saying?
Doesn't seem like you understood.
Well, if it turns out to be a delicious fruit, dinner's on me.
Well, I get it. Yeah, that'll get everyone
Paimon's
bored.
holding me to it.
Do you know how to keep Paimon on board? Yeah, you do.
Well, let's just say I, occasionally have to look after a child. Another lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. I suppose it's one of the few non-alchemy related disciplines I'm any good at. The subject of my first research was the elements. In this world, manipulating the elements requires a vision. Though I can't see anything resembling one on your person.
Yeah, and
How
just
you're
magic.
able to freely manipulate elemental power is something I'd like to
See
ascertain.
this dangly thing?
I've got a few questions in
Yeah,
that
that looks very
regard.
similar to her Gnosis.
Firstly, do you have any
First
extra
person wants to see
organs?
one though.
A second heart? A fourth
That
stomach?
looks similar to a chess piece
Things
though.
of that nature.
Maybe a bishop? Oh, one moment, I got a phone call. Right, sorry about that. Extra organs, a heart, a fourth stomach, things like that. Not that I'm aware of.
Fascinating. And this floating child is connected to your body in some way?
No?
What a stupid question! Can't you see the gap between us? And another thing, it's Paimon, not floating child.
I was merely considering the possibility that you were an external organ. Perhaps there is some invisible force connecting you.
Yeah, caught with a fishing rod.
Oh, that rules out that possibility. I wonder, did Paimon guide the elemental power to you? But that would mean that Paimon's elemental power would be enough to break through a mountain rock at least 10 meters thick, or cause the waterfall south of Springfield to flow backwards. No, that definitely can't be it.
Hey, how would you know anyway?
In that case, it would appear that there's no obvious difference between the composition of your body and that of the humans in this world. Given that there's clearly a discrepancy in their research, it seems that only experimentation will yield the answers. Firstly, this mysterious elemental power. I'd like to examine exactly how it manifests externally. Let me lure a few slimes to the area. Perhaps you'd be able to defeat them, using whatever method comes most naturally to you.
Huh?
I use a toothpick.
Doesn't seem very sciencey.
Direct and clear observation are imperative to a good experiment. This is just a simple exercise. Naturally, if you require a greater challenge, we could bring in 6 Oceanids.
No, that's fine.
Slimes are fine.
Out of all the bosses you chose as well.
Well, prepare yourself. The slimes will be here any moment.
Now it's ice slimes. I'm sure this is cheating. Because I'm not even using Traveler.
Time for retribution!
See, it's just so much slower.
Just like we rehearsed.
Wind blade!
There we go.
Great work. Did you feel anything out of the ordinary?
No.
If you're
I
injured,
mean, technically, why
I
would
have
I?
a few emergency potions ready.
Yeah, it's a bit cold.
Excellent. According to my observations, the manifestation of the external elemental flow is as expected. Elemental reactions are normal. There's nothing out of the ordinary. Now that we know that the external flow is manifesting normally, let's test the internal flow.
Internal flow? How do you test that?
It's very simple. I can use alchemy to create a potion that will extract elemental power. If
Mind.
the elemental power is stored or accumulated physically within your body, this potion may elicit an elemental reaction.
Yeah, but missed them as well.
Sounds kinda terrifying.
Don't worry. In the normal course of events, you'd feel some temporary queasiness. No bodily injury.
Oh, wonderful.
And
Just what I wanted to hear.
in the abnormal course of events?
If anything unexpected occurs, I've made the necessary preparations. Try not
Yeah,
to
it's
worry.
really not reassuring, is it?
Well, it's not that there aren't any risks involved. But if there is anything blocking your elemental flow, we'll be able to locate it with this test. Just a warning. If an internal elemental reaction occurs for any other reason, that's a bad sign.
In fact, we haven't had a health check since we got here, so I might as
that's
well
an
go along
excellent
with
way
it.
to think about it. Before we get started, the potion we'll use for the test is missing a catalyst.
Of
We'll need to
course
find
it is.
It's a type of ore known as star
Oh,
silver.
I have a bit of that.
But unfortunately, not all of it is suitable.
Oh,
I'll
brilliant.
take you to my campsite. We can gather some star silver ore on the way. I'll point out any likely contenders. All going to plan, we should be able to begin concocting the potion when we get to the campsite.
Paimon's still got a few safety concerns, but it seems like there's a silver lining.
Very
Let's
funny
keep our
Paimon.
eyes open.
Follow the road and search for a star silver catalyst. That's the wrong way.
Here. Should do for catalyst purposes. This one. Usable with a bit of polish. What luck. This should be enough. My campsite is just up ahead. I'll lead the way.
So, hopefully it should be a peaceful rest of the journey. Oh,
This is my campsite. I've added the materials we collected to the concoction. While we are waiting, have a look over here.
What, the really strange looking vat of green stuff? No, okay. Just a bit of paper.
My assistant Timaeus here is helping me with my research. I'm guessing you may have met in Mondstadt already.
Hello! I've just gotten hold of the data from your experiment. The report is already up on the board there.
Whoa! Look at all the data! You got all these results from one slime battle?
It's a very
I
blurry
wouldn't call
pie
them
chart. I don't
results,
see what.
inferences, and a few daring guesses, perhaps. I think the most rational direction would be to expound on the phylogenetic relationship between this traveler and the slimes.
There one now. I would have thought even Pyro and I were more closely related. Rational?
Consider, you don't have a vision, but you can manipulate elemental energy. The slimes don't have visions either, yet they too are able to manipulate the elements. Following this line of thought,
You're trying
I'm
to
sure
call me a
we'll be
slime.
able to establish a basis in fact.
Not bad for a point of entry. But strictly speaking, slimes are elemental life forms. In other words, beings consisting entirely of the elements. A cryoregis vine, or even a whopperflower might be a better analogy. But tracing back the phylogenetic relationships between plants and animals, you might have to trace back to the world's origins. In that sense, things might get difficult, don't you think?
Yes, sir. That sounds correct.
After all, we've got our primary data already. This traveler is a visitor from another world. If it turned out that he did have a phylogenetic relationship with this world... Now that really would be something, wouldn't it?
Ah, it would. Apologies. I was so excited to get the data. I'll slow down a bit next time. Speaking of data, to complete our research, we'll need some more.
About strange things.
I'll be conducting analysis here for the time being. If you're keen for an update, just come and find me.
Great. I'll leave you to it. Looks like the potion's
That's the
ready.
potion.
I'll try a little first. If all goes well, I'll hand it over to you. In line with my expectations. Ready to drink.
Oh,
Remember
here
to
we
keep
go.
calm at all times. And breathe deeply if you feel unwell.
What chance I pass out? I'm gonna go 70%. Based on the edge of a cliff, that makes it more interesting. It does catch me then. Okay, what's it done? Oh. Wait, that set me on fire?
Tasty? You've got a funny look on your face.
Oh, it did set me on fire.
You said you tried some already. You sure it was ready? What happened to him?
Brilliant.
This was the result I was expecting. And a very positive
I
one.
was set on fire!
This
Do
potion
you
channels elemental
mind?
power into the body. Under normal circumstances, a repelling reaction is to be expected. But if the internal elemental flow is unimpeded, you'll only experience momentary discomfort. Once the flow is complete, there won't be any other effects.
So you just set me on fire for a test.
So you knew you'd be sick and still drink some?
It was my own concoction, of course. Only natural for me to be the guinea pig.
Out of consideration with
But
the
of course.
subject?
You're my assistant. By all sense and reason, it would be wrong of me to place that risk onto you. In conclusion, I'd say we
But not
have
to
our
do it to yourself
conclusion.
and then set me on fire.
As far
That's
as
fine.
elemental energy is concerned, you're no different from anyone else in this world. Nothing peculiar.
Aw, Paimon wanted something cooler to happen.
Then again,
What
better
do-
an ordinary result
Why
than
did
a
I say she
peculiar
did just
result.
step into the fire?
Peculiar results have a tendency to be of the undesirable variety. The good thing about ordinary is that everything is an object of reference, and everyone understands you. People are the
And,
same. They can understand, empathize, encourage, and support one another. When you're sick, a doctor can diagnose you because they are you. When something goes wrong, you can ask people who've made the same mistake for their experience
about vets
because
then?
you are them. But a peculiar person, they don't have much recourse for the things we take for granted. The essence of their life is fundamentally different. For example, a human can't understand the life of a pyro-regisvine or an Eye of the Storm. Have I explained it clearly enough?
I mean, yes. But it's
To
something
sum up,
else.
this has been a positive outcome. Going forward, you can use your elemental power without fear.
Like how I was worried within like
Timaeus,
the 4 regions
The
I've
results
been.
of the new experiment are out. If you could see to collating them.
Just a moment, sir. I'll handle it. Oh,
Yeah, aren't
you
there
gave me a
7
lot to consider.
There's
Really
7
stretched
regions,
my
and there's already
limits.
4.
I'm
There's
thinking
3
a
more
lot
to go.
clearer now. Oh, having
shouldn't
you
see that
down
far
as an
away.
animal wasn't very precise of me, but starting with the premise of an elemental life form, now that was.
Not bad. I think it's an interesting line of inquiry. Whatever the truth of the matter, I'd like your research at the fore as opposed to my judgment.
You can count on me, sir. I'll extract a result satisfactory to all.
Is he trying to join the Knights? He's starting to sound like a suck-up.
No, he definitely is.
What Paimon meant to say was, that's the spirit. Mr. Albedo, say something.
Before we can proceed with our research, I need to prepare something. Wait one moment.
Oh, here we
If
go
you're
again.
interested, why not have a look around? It may help to pass the time.
Observe the installations of in the camp even. Oh, these things. Shelf patch of books and potions looks like the owner has a habit of reading and researching potions simultaneously. Oh, if I get set on fire again. What else do we have? We said the paintings here. That record. And then what's on the table? The second alchemy. The second alchemy worked here with some potions and other apparatus laid out here. Are these what Albedo uses to investigate the world? It wouldn't hurt to touch it, would it? So did I manage to set myself on fire? I'm starting to it set me on fire because I don't see how I could have actually stepped into this thing in a way that it would set me on fire. Unless I stepped into this. No, that's doing 100 damage though. So it probably... I'm not taking damage right now either. It probably was like this on fire. I probably some incomprehensible experimental reports stuck on it. Still, you can tell progress is being made on those experiments.
Here comes Albedo. Let's go see him.
Oh, here we go again.
I'm back. Did you see anything interesting?
Very not organized.
Agreed. I'd love to find a moment to put them all in order. Still, experiments come first. Well, on with the research. There may be significant differences between different worlds. Take Tevat, for example. Here, those with visions can manipulate the elements. But worlds may well exist where only one person is able to do so. Or even everyone. So, leaving elements to one side. Do you possess any unique abilities? Ones that don't exist in this world? I think answering this question calls for the same methodology as last time. In other words, time for the next experiment.
Yeah, jump with her.
No. You shan't be required to exert quite so much effort this time around. Now, see
What?
this pillar here? Use your willpower to try and break it.
Really? Yep, I'm gonna give it a try.
Paimon knows how to do that stuff.
That was your best effort? Well, can't be helped, I suppose. Have you tried using your elemental power with food? I don't mean for cooking as such. Rather,
What?
channeling your power into the ingredients themselves. I'm curious to see how the taste and texture respond. It may even help with proliferation.
Are you sure you're not hungry?
I suppose I have a curiosity for things that others find surprising. Anyway, why don't you cook us up a sunshine sprat? I've just finished preparing the recipe.
Cooking? Paimon was looking forward to more mad scientist stuff.
Not only is this recipe a staple for me, it's also worth experimenting with and highly nutritious.
Paimon bets you're just hungry. It does sound yummy, though. Okay, Paimon approves.
Alright, then I'll do some cooking for the both of you.
Good buddies
Jesus
are always on the same page.
I'll leave you to it then. Looking forward to the results. If there's anything left over, maybe Timaeus can finish the last morsels.
Paimon doesn't think we'll have that problem. How are we gonna channel elemental power into the food? Maybe try the willpower thing again. Where does it get these ideas from anyway?
Oh, of course the fight is not anyway. What if we just do this?
Let's just do it the old-fashioned way.
I think that made things worse. I'll try one more time. Ooh, went very well that time. Sunshine Sprat. Now I've got to bloody find it. Oh, it's right there. Okay. With some fish, butter, salt, and small lemongrass. And we'll get Maginion to cook it, I guess. There we go. Perfect. Done. Dusted. Your food's done.
That was fat.
Here you go.
An average outcome experimentally, but you've really brought out the flavor. You seem well versed in the science of gastronomy. As far as the proliferation hypothesis is concerned, we've come up short. Seems like food presents the same headaches in your world as it does ours. Unless... could it be that the natural laws of this world are limiting your unique abilities?
We just didn't know how to channel elemental power into the food. It's a little more complicated than adding herbs and spices, you know.
Not to worry. At least we put some food to good use. No need to feel disheartened. And here's your portion. Enjoy. I can box it up if you like.
Woohoo! Thanks! Glad you were paying attention.
Yeah, definitely Pamela's
I
my
can tell
favourite.
that you're good friends. Paimon was keeping an eye on you and your safety during the whole experiment. Not that Paimon would have been able to do much if things had gone wrong. But anyway.
Hey! You were being nice a second ago! But you do have tasty recipes, so Paimon forgives you. And you're right, we are good friends. You have good friends too, right? Good students?
Yes. I'm fortunate too, I suppose. Anyway, moving on to the next experiment. There are all manner of alchemical items here. Keeping them in their proper place is a challenge at the best of times. A while ago, I had the misfortune of misplacing a batch. I managed to retrieve the majority, but 2 vials have been evading me. Animal crystal fly elemental extract and electrohypostasis powder.
Paimon's barely finished eating and you want us to go gathering again?
Don't worry if you can't locate them. I was planning to replace them anyway. Though finding them would save me the hassle. If you
So
had,
dropping the
say,
hassle on
a
us, you say.
superpower,
Okay.
like night vision or vibratory sensing, lost property would be a thing of the past. I must have dropped them somewhere in the area where you were looking just now.
So, guess we'd better take a look.
There should be elemental
yeah!
traces.
You could use elemental sight.
Should be. Use elemental sight for a look for the lost items. Is something supposed to be sticking out here? Oh.
This must be electrohypostasis powder.
There's another glowy thing.
The extract of an animo crystal fly can only be animo elemental energy, right? This has gotta be it.
Goodness, you managed to find them. Incredible. 1,000 thanks.
Really should label your
I'm
things.
wondering, this elemental sight, this is what allowed you to locate the items and find me here on the mountains, correct?
Yep. Guess it does sort of count as a superpower, huh?
Unfortunately, though elemental sight is seldom seen, it is not unheard of in Teyvat. Only a never-before-seen otherworldly power would be of benefit to my research.
You mean we failed again?
Don't be
Paimon's
disheartened.
floaty glowing.
This falls entirely within my
disappears. I
expectations.
think that all adds up, right?
Besides, getting these items back, I'd call this a very worthwhile experiment. I have to
How can you
commend your
consider this an
deduction that
experiment?
the items would contain elemental
This is
traces.
doing work for you.
Right then. Up until now, our research has focused on your otherworldly identity. Our research on your identity as one of us is just beginning.
Yeah, how do I get
In
off this train?
essence, the differences between humans are reflected in our intellectual and physical capabilities. Let's start with physical. Looking out from where we're standing, can you see what Sucrose is doing?
Nope.
And if you jump from here and landed on that cliff, the one over there, could you see her then?
Nope.
So what about if you planted a single blow on the mountain face here, and it burst into 1,000,000 fragments? Then could you see her?
Why are you so specific, but no.
Then I shouldn't get too excited. Still, we'll gain a more thorough understanding with an experiment. I know of a location
Because
that
we're
will be
reading too many
perfect for a
comic
physical
books.
test. Please, follow me.
Or manga, one of the two.
Still in one piece. Good thing the vial's so strong.
You have got to be joking. Oh. Wait, but where's that? Oh. I mean, I guess that helps a bit. The help is starting to wear off. There we go. This to be like gliding or something?
You want us to jump from up here?
Well, that works, I suppose.
Not if you know of a better method, that is.
You better have a better method.
Whichever
there.
method you choose, the experiment will end when you reach the opposite shore of the lake. I will factor the time expended and your top speed into my comparative analysis.
Ooh.
The opposite side of the lake. So, we're gonna be swimming?
Without limitations, we complete tasks intuitively, using the method that seems most rational to us. Some of us would be unable to stand the icy waters. Others might find the whole thing rather refreshing. No matter what
You'd have
choice you
to
make,
be.
it's
I
all
don't
a
even
part of the
know to find that
experiment.
refreshing.
For me, every detail is invaluable to the research.
Yeah, it's less
Then if you
stress
would,
to be
please.
fair.
I eagerly await the results.
But first, I need to go into my bag.
Wait a minute. While we're busy testing, what if...
I'm just gonna, you know, grab this little thing.
Me? Recording data, responding to risks, providing, emotional support.
So if we do decide to go swimming, you gonna dive in with us?
No. Unless you're thinking of conducting competitive research?
Oh!
Yes, I'm forcing you to do
Paimon
this.
said anything.
And that's that. Back to the seed dispensary. Now he's over here.
Great work. I've never seen a performance quite like it. Your reputation precedes you, traveler. The data shows that you're easily outperforming the average citizen in Mondstadt.
But you followed us the whole way without breaking a sweat!
Me? Actually, I used alchemy to cheat a little. But anyway.
What?
If it turns out that the natural laws of Tavad do not affect you, I should be able to make various inferences about the otherworldly civilization you belong to. If the natural laws of Tavad do affect you, then I shall be able to make inferences into the kind of evolution that would occur under the absence of such effects. The innumerable possibilities that this could present, the captivating insights, it would be something to savor again and again.
But how does this help your research?
You've helped me to unravel many of the problems that were holding it back. When we return to the campsite, I should be able to show you something interesting.
Sure?
I may be about to make some analogies between you and a few unusual specimens. I hope you won't be offended. Gold, petrified trees, a sun 8 times the size of our own. The essence of the investigative process is enthralling, but such feelings are inevitably fleeting in nature. I'm willing to pour all my energy into research, and yet specimens are finite. As the unknown transitions into the realm of scientific understanding, the feeling of enlightenment is lost. All these things that start out as objects of fascination end up possessing the prosaic mundanity of a sunsetia or a sweet flower. They cease to be noteworthy.
Oh, so that's why you wanted to paint those hilly turtles? Because you got to see something new and interesting in the differences between them?
Precisely. To quote my exact words from earlier, these creatures are, for the most part, quite boring, not worth closer inspection. There is precious little about them that serves to pique my curiosity now.
So after all these experiments, are we gonna be, like, boring to you? Like some basic draft of a sketch?
Actually, Paimon has a point.
Of course not. You have been of great assistance to me, and I will remember this friendship for a lifetime. Now, before we head back to the campsite, there's one more experiment. Intelligence. Follow
no.
me. There
I'm
are some
definitely
other
failing
ruins
this one.
nearby.
Oh, is this gonna make us do a puzzle? Why you had to go to a place with no waypoints easily accessible to it. Actually making me work. Cannot believe this. Why is this place such a stormy hell? And apparently I can still walk through it, so that's fine. I'm sure I shouldn't be stood around here catching all the enemies. Anyway, what's down? Oh. Wait. Isn't this already... Oh, it's redone something about it. Why is that thing losing its shield? What did it do to itself? Was it just they stood in fire or something?
I imagine you must have encountered more than a few conundrums during your travels. I'd like to observe your intelligence by means of a practical test of your capabilities, much as we did for the physical test.
It wouldn't a written one suffice?
I'd like you to explore these ruins and return with your findings.
Very well.
There are 2 puzzles located
As long
at the
as there's
far
a
ends of the
chest.
ruins. After completion, you should be able to activate the mechanism in the center. As with the physical test, there are no restrictions. Everything you do is an action I wish to observe.
So if I say go to Google, look for a guide, that's allowed. Good to
A
know.
tried and tested adventurer, I see. So, let's see you in action. Start wherever you like. It's a complex environment, so proceed with caution.
Is it going to be one of those... Yes, it is. So there's typically 2 CDs in this case.
Sealy like these are a
2.
common sight in the mountains. Returning them to their rightful
Okay.
places is up to you.
We have this one that's just barely not in a wall. That one, I'm sure there's another one to go for that one, but I don't yet know where that one is. Oh, it's right there. This could, I better get marked down for drowning. Okay, he doesn't have a comment to say about that. Oh. Well, guess they're dead. On to the next. What would... That was an interesting way to climb. Can I genuinely not climb the lip? That is really annoying. What? I really don't understand climbing in this game. There are things you can't do anything about. This bit I can for some reason stand on for a short while. For us, hold on a minute. And this one I can jump onto, okay. Won't we have the Sealy? I didn't want this to... I mean, it makes a lovely path for us, to be fair. There we go. Now we're back. Everything will be fine. Oh. Pillars, Okay, for some reason with this. Oh, really?
Verdict is...
That's how all of them looks to me.
Let's dance.
We'll just I'm about to freeze probably. Yeah. So let's just climb here, grab this ceiling, get that one going, get this one going. That might be too soon. Oh, no, that was fine.
It should now be possible to activate the central mechanism. Exactly
I
what
do,
will happen
however,
when you
want
do
to
is something
heal-
I'm looking forward to finding out.
That is annoyingly off center.
Explaining things is Paimon's job.
She's gonna genuinely hurt about that. Which, to be fair. Yeah, we could change. Why is this so just wonky?
Oh, seems that the water level has suddenly decreased.
No.
We should be able to see what's in the water now.
I guess
Let's
that's
have a look.
sarcasm unnecessary, but still. See, I swear we've been here before, though. That's the thing I don't understand.
What's this?
Yeah, I've seen things similar.
To the best of my knowledge, these belong to a script of some kind. They can be found all over Teyvat, but they've never given up their secrets. There's still a lot to learn about them. And as for why they should ever have come to rest here, a true mystery. Let me make a copy first. I'll make time to go over them in greater detail after our research.
Another thing for the don't understand list. Unsolvable mystery this, weird experiment that. It'd be nice to get some cool results for once. Seems like if you want the reward, you gotta pay the price.
I've truly gained a lot from all this. Comparatively, the little reward I can offer is too small to mention. Let me return to the campsite first. By the time you get back, I may just have a fleeting miracle for you to witness.
I take it I passed?
Paimon's kinda looking forward to seeing the result of all this brain ache.
I don't think I am.
Unless you can think of anything better to do, let's head back to the campsite.
Not so fast. You're not leaving until
Oh,
I'm
no.
convinced that nothing dangerous is going on here.
Do you have to keep spying?
You didn't leave the mountain?
I most certainly did not. And I've witnessed everything that you and Albedo have been up to.
A bit
must
sketchy.
say,
What if
you
it's
let
something
your
expensive?
guards down. Or maybe you were drawn in by his compelling
fine.
sounding hypothesis and friendly demeanor. Taking orders from a complete stranger, drinking anonymous potions, participating in all kinds of strange experiments? I'd sooner believe you were tricked than that you would be so naive. Or perhaps you were colluding from the beginning.
Sister Rosaria's guard's so high she can't even see over the top of it.
I mean, he can't be a bad person.
It
He's
doesn't
in the
matter
story
what you
quests.
think. He could be a saint for all you know. But I understand him a little
Fair to
better
say
than
that I
you,
ignored the fact the
Outlander.
child's in there.
I'm only concerned with one thing. Whether his alchemy has transformed you into something more sinister.
No way! Paimon would have sensed it. And anyway, he didn't even use any alchemy.
With an alchemist of his level, you wouldn't sense a thing. In any case, I'm not about to let a potential threat back into Mondstadt.
So, what are you gonna do?
Can you here to be sure that you must set in your ways of assuring yourself?
I've got to hand it to you. You have your moments. If I can be sure that nothing you came into contact with is dangerous, that's good enough for me. I've investigated everything else. The only items left on the agenda are these symbols.
But we don't even know what they mean.
That much is true. Not to mention, seems like there's nothing more to them. But for insurance purposes, I'd better make a copy. This is now a location of interest. Regular patrols should be set up here. Now then, all things considered, I deem that you pose no immediate threat. Which is what I was hoping. I would have been one very unhappy sister if you'd made me work overtime on your account.
Overtime?
Before we go our separate ways, Outlander, a word of advice. Don't be so quick to trust Albedo, and don't repeat the same mistakes that you did this time. You made a lot of rash decisions today.
She's gone! So stubborn. Mondstadt doesn't have many people like that.
Maybe she's just like security. Maybe.
Huh. Never mind her. Let's go see Albedo.
Okay, back to Albedo.
Let the show be...
You're back. Good timing. I've just about reached the conclusion. You took quite a while. Did you get held up on the way back?
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry. She's just doing her job. Time for the results. We got a myriad of data today, and it was very difficult to finish all the research in one go. But the integral preliminary conclusion that I can offer you is you're very much like a human from this world.
Is that all?
You couldn't tell that just by looking? We spent all day working our butts off for that?
Please,
Outrage.
I understand that this may have seemed self-evident to you, but in fact, nothing in this world should be taken for granted. Have you ever considered that the world of Teyvat may have a natural hostility to Outlanders?
Maybe.
I mentioned the natural laws of this world. You're able to converse with me here without consequence, and nothing seems amiss. But it's arguably a small miracle. The only other life form that, like you, has come here from afar is the seed that I mentioned. Under the effects of Teyvat's natural laws, it isn't even able to sprout, let alone bloom. But after I observed you, I had another idea. Imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so...
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
Ooh, it's purple.
the transition from nothing into something, from shoot to stem, and now to fruition.
Wait,
Is not
where'd it go?
nurturing otherworldly life also nurturing the world itself?
Aww.
Yeah, very short-lived.
It would seem that that's as far as we go. A transient bloom of incomparable beauty. Life's proudest achievement.
Paimon thought, with all our efforts, it might have bloomed forever, and it didn't even have any fruit.
Life
That's
is
what
a
you have to
manifold
hope.
tapestry of free
shouldn't even
entities.
be
Its value
surprised.
shouldn't derive from how long it stays with us. Even a momentary burst is precious. A short life can be well lived. A life lived efficiently, lived to perfection, is necessarily one unburdened by loneliness. So, do you understand what I meant about us conversing here arguably being a small miracle?
I haven't with her just yet. Oh, I wonder how my sister is.
Things feel a little heavy right now. Don't be sad. You've got Paimon to look after you. Albedo, Paimon really wants to be your friend.
Thank you both.
Hold on a minute. Cheating on
Even
me.
if dispelling loneliness is not essential for life, it
Actually, I
certainly
wouldn't-
doesn't
how
hurt.
many friends that aren't friends
Your help
with
inspired me
Traveler?
to discover the means to make a flower bloom.
I'm a helpful
I
specimen.
mean that the time
Okay.
I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me.
It just crashed. Brilliant. You know, I didn't need to hear what Albedo had to say. No. There you go. It shouldn't take too long to load this time at least, because it's already been loaded once. There we go. Do we just speak to? Yes.
You're back. Good timing. You took quite a while.
Okay.
Did you get held up on the way back?
Okay, let's just get through
Time
this.
for the but the integral preliminary conclusion that I cannot.
You couldn't tell that? We spent all
Please, have you ever considered that the world of Tibet may
there's a
have
lot
a
of,
natural hostility? I mentioned that
keyboard
the only
presses
other
now.
but imitating you helped to inspire my alchemy. And so,
Whoa! It looks like something's appearing!
the transition from nothing into something is not
Paimon?
Life is a short So, do you understand what I meant about
Albedo,
Thank you both. Your help inspired me to discover the means to make a flower bloom. I mean that the time I've spent traveling with you in the mountains was a valuable journey for me. In the future, if the need arises, can I solicit your help again?
You know, if you just want some company. Okay, sure.
Well, glad I can count on you.
As long as there's no weird potions involved
I
again.
made a point throughout of telling him how ordinary the results were. But what was that sediment I saw forming at the bottom of the vial? It should not have been there.
What?
What could it mean? Those born of Earth are bound by its imperfections, but those born of chalk are free of impurities. You and I are alike, both composed of a substance that has yet to be fully defined. If, one day,
Wait a
I
second.
lose control, destroy Mondstadt,
Is
destroy
he not
everything.
from Tibet? That's the Strange Traveler isn't either, but like, odd thing to say.
Can I rely on you to stop me?
It's basically making a similar thing to what happened with Zhongli and Adava, or whatever the name was. So that's Albedo's question, which is actually, I'd say it's short. It's kind of in between, to be fair. Which leaves Zhao next, and that is the Alatus Chapter 1. That's just one. So we are now going to go visit him there. But I'm kind of surprised how much you actually get from story quests for like the main lore. Because I don't recall Albedo being. That would also, why would there be sediment in the bottom of the vial? I guess it's the one we drank from, but I don't understand that. Yeah. Just seems a little bit weird, doesn't it? They don't look happy. Oh, right. What's his name?
Is it just Paimon, or is there something weird about those hilly trails over
I don't
there?
remember his nickname. Well, alternative name. Unusually agitated, yeah.
Right. Maybe it has something to do with that sorta dark energy they're giving off.
It's a phase.
Uh-oh. This is right by the Wangshu Inn too. The guests are in great danger. Now that we've seen it, if we don't do anything about it, Paimon will feel really guilty. Let's go take care of them.
They don't seem... At least they don't seem any stronger. Just light this one on fire real quick. And I killed it. Light this one on fire then. There we go. All cleaned up.
These super evil hilichurls are more difficult to defeat than the usual kind too.
Well, I'd expect they would be.
Seems like people are gathering over there. Wonder what they're doing. Whoa! See that guy in the mask? He scared off all the hilichurls.
Wait. Is Paimon not...
Oh, you mean like Xiao? Now that you mention it, this guy's mask is kind of similar to the one that he wears. But the magic he was using seemed even more adeptus-y than Xiao's. Shall we go say hi?
Definitely. Actually, yeah, that isn't... Star Snatcher. I think if I'm okay, Zhao's the only one. I don't know. I can't remember what this thing was called, but it's the only one that remains.
Allow us to introduce ourselves. This is...
Please, if you're here to thank me, there's no need. Cleansing the world of evil is the duty of the Adepti. Think nothing of it. One certainly doesn't. Wait, who are you? One had assumed you were followers, but on closer inspection it seems that we have not met.
Following the trail of the Adept, just passing by.
My name's Paimon, and this is my sidekick.
Hold on a minute. Other way round.
Sees. One too shall introduce oneself, for it is good manners to comply. The one before you is the Adeptus, Master of Stars, though one is better known to one's followers as Star Snatcher. One descended from one's mountain abode to cleanse the world of evil, whereupon fate saw fit that our paths should cross. Now, tell me that which you wish for.
So he's a poser. Cool.
Our wishes? Paimon thought that the Adepti
Also,
and
why is
Liyue were
Paimon
just
not...
really
Oh,
good
she's
in battle.
there?
You mean you can grant people's wishes too?
There
Okay, I
are
don't know what
different
Paimon
levels
is.
of Adepti. Are not the stars loftier than the mountains, clouds, and moon? Yet, it is unbecoming of an
Oh, she's just not
Adepti
here
to
with me.
boast
Okay,
of one's
cool. Paimon ditched
powers.
us.
One would have you first speak to one's followers, and only then make your verdict.
Male believer, mercantile believer, and female believer.
Have you seen the Master of Stars in action? His power truly hails from the divine. I believe that now, there is finally some hope for my ailing father.
I guess we're gonna run into Zhao when he gets in trouble or something. Yeah, tell me about
Watching
them.
him use his magic is all the proof you need. A true adeptus, no doubt about it. Not long ago, I sought some medicine from him on behalf of my ailing father. The difference with Boo Boo Pharmacy's prescriptions was like night and day, I tell you. Once it was boiled and ready, it gave off this really ethereal mist. Seemed pretty adeptal to me. Could have also been because there was mistflower in it, though. Adepti medicine is surely the most potent. My father will recover soon, I just know it. Sure, you have to make some sacrifices if you seek help from an adeptus like the Master of Stars. I had to give a few antiques as offerings.
Pretty much.
But my father's life is worth much more than a few old relics, right?
No, not with what you're getting.
The Millilith don't really need to do shifts when the Master of Stars is around, do they?
Yeah, what do you know about her?
I'm a merchant, and I had an especially valuable batch of goods that needed
And
transporting
you gave him something that's good to
So
return.
I
That's
asked
a
the
guess.
Master of Stars if he would make the journey with me, as presumptuous as that was. Reason being, monsters run a mile as soon as he so much as holds up his talisman. We didn't have the slightest bit of trouble the whole journey. It didn't come cheap, of course, but then soliciting the services of an Adeptus is a monumental affair.
I mean, how
Just
could
look at the rite of dissension.
like?
So I can accept it, but I
How
doubt
could you
that most
believe
from
that they
outside
would
of
be
Liyue would be willing
to help random people? I don't. There's a bit of a disconnect.
Finally, a life full of hope and purpose.
What are your thoughts on the magic stars?
Oh, are you believers too? After my fiancé had been left, I cried every day. But then I turned to the Master of Stars for help. At his suggestion, I started burning paintings of my fiancé and casting the ashes into the ocean at sunrise. I can't explain it, but it really worked. I know in my heart that he'll return. This is not some sort of positive thinking trick. I'm certain of it. I'm so overjoyed that I gave a portion of my wedding budget to the Master of Stars as an offering. After all, if not for him, I wouldn't be getting my fiancé back, in which case I wouldn't need it anyway.
So all these people are going to be scammed out of money. Cool.
What do you think? One's adherents may exaggerate a little, but they speak from the heart.
From their imaginations, I'd say.
Surely you jest. There was once a senior adeptus, Xie Wuliang, known to the people as Liangzi. He said this: all things are connected. That which mortals call imagination is merely the bridge betwixt the spiritual and the material. In other words, their wishes are already on the path of transitioning into reality. Does this make things clearer?
Nope. It makes them way more complicated. But basically what you're saying is that their wishes can come true, right?
Indeed. You are perceptive, my diminutive friend.
Okay. So we also have one other question.
Oh? You need but ask.
Why do you wear a mask?
One wanders among mortals, doing good and cleansing evil. One reveals not one's visage to avoid further disturbance to this realm than is necessary.
Ah, got it.
Now then, what are your wishes?
I like to get rich quick. I want to power rivaling that of the gods. I want to know where my sibling is. Yeah, I want to get rich quick.
Now, hold on a second. What about your sister?
This
No, I want to
is a
get rich.
common mortal sentiment. That you hail not from Liyue
I mean, he's already doing it,
is
so...
manifest in your appearance, but one senses their materialistic influence upon you. So be it. This wish is not beyond one's power to grant.
You see,
But
Ditto
first,
wouldn't grant that.
one must see some proof of your faith.
In the form of money, I
What's that
guess.
supposed to mean?
Fair, I do have child's
The
money.
way
I'll give you
of
that.
the Adepti cannot be grasped from words alone. One must seek the profound truths that lie beyond them. Should you fail to perceive one's hidden meaning, then regrettably, one may lend you no aid.
What do we do? Paimon doesn't understand him at all.
Yeah, I think he wants more.
Oh, that's right. Some of those believers mentioned that they had to pay a pretty sum for the Adeptus' help, didn't they? Well, Paimon's not forking over anymore, and we don't have anything valuable enough on us. You don't even have a vision.
I don't think he'll sell those and then just rub it in.
Hey, why don't we make him a tasty snack? No one can resist the temptation of good food, can they?
Sounds good.
Yep, a tasty snack is sure to work.
It's pretty much also
Why don't we
free,
head
so...
over to Wanwan Bookhouse and see if they got any new recipes in.
Oh, it's all the way over there, okay. A little bit of a teleport won't be... unappreciated.
So, you'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti?
Yes. Here, and keep the change.
Oh, aren't you generous? Thank you for your patronage.
Generous.
Hey, isn't that, Star Snapper? What a coincidence running into him again.
Coincidence or adept incidents? I don't know how much to pronounce that first try, but yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Did you hear the name of the book he just bought? Was it Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti? Well, anyway, it was definitely,
Well, it's definitely a book he
about
shouldn't be having if he
Why would
already is an
adeptus want to buy a
adepti.
book about himself?
Yeah, perhaps he's a narcissist.
But now that Paimon thinks about it, there's something that's just not right about this guy.
Charlatan.
So, what you're trying to say is that he can't grant people's wishes?
Pretty much. Very
Paimon thinks
long,
we should
hard
check
thought
out
there,
that
Paimon.
book. Maybe we'll find out something about this guy that we can use.
And the daily login reward, adventurous experience. Only 88k. Just need like another 40-ish, I think.
Buying or not?
How did I hit? Oh, whatever. Pay first, read later. Okay.
Hey there! We'd like a copy of Yaksha's The Guardian Adepti. Do you have one in stock?
Huh. Since when did that old chestnut become a bestseller? You're a rare breed of youngster if this is what you like to read. But you should be able to find a copy somewhere on that desk over there.
So it's not a very popular book. Okay. Oh, this desk. Cool, new book.
This is the one! Let's see what it's all about, shall we?
In ancient times, Liyue was a land of misery, where the shadow of evil loomed large. As slain gods festered, their vengeful wrath cursed the world, manifesting in infernal forms. When demons stirred, miasmas, monsters, and mutations infested the land. Then Rex Lapis summoned the Yakshas to vanquish the demons. They swore an oath: restore order through slaughter, purge evil through battle. To this, we dedicate our lives. Eons of bloodshed later, karmic debt weighed upon them, phantom wrath seeping into their broken souls. They went mad with fear, turned on each other, or succumbed to the darkness. Of the 5 foremost Yakshas, death came to 3, while the 4th vanished without a trace. In the millennia since, one conqueror of demons remains the sole surviving Yaksha in the mortal realm. And only on moonlit nights, in the glow from Guyon, and in the sound of the Dihua flute, is his memory preserved.
I wasn't expecting a narration from Zhongli, but that was amazing, so... Definitely worth a read, that book.
This book is about the Yakshas, a group of adepti who defend Liyue. Seems like a pretty niche topic. Was there anything that stood out to you?
Sole surviving Yaksha.
So, There used to be 5 main yakshas, but supposedly only one of them is still alive today. Do you think that it could have anything to do with that Star Snatcher guy? No, surely not. He doesn't exactly give off the impression that he's been suffering for thousands of years. The book says that the Yakshas, after fighting against the wrath of the gods for thousands of years, became bound by karma. Poisoned by the hateful thoughts of the gods, the Yakshas would often descend into indescribable fits of terror, rage, or agony. It's so tragic. After everything they went through in all of their years of protecting Lille, they got no reward and had to deal with so much suffering instead.
And
the book says that the wrathful spirits of the gods defeated during the Archon War can sometimes cause plagues, monsters, or mutations. All of which sound pretty horrendous. Hey, wait a second! Paimon wonders if... Do you think those super evil hilly churls we saw earlier were the mutations that the book's talking about?
Probably.
Yep, Paimon thinks we've already summed up all the key points. So back to the matter at hand. The things we need answers on are 1, where did those super evil-looking hilly churls come from? And 2, what does Star Snatcher have to do with the Yakshas, right?
I mean, he has nothing to do with them.
Now to head back to where this all started and commence our investigation. Let's
Really
pipe
sure
the fog of mystery that hangs over Dwayne Karst and let the truth shine through in its full glory.
Yeah, you are way too into this.
To be honest, Paimon actually hopes he is a real Adeptus. His exorcism technique seemed real enough at least. But if we get our hopes up, there's further for them to come down. So it makes sense to investigate thoroughly first, just to be sure. Alright, let's head back to Wangshu Inn!
Yeah, just wait if they actually know about Zhao properly or not. Because I know you find out about him at the chasm enough. Oh, right. You're able to get more world quests because of the story quests being completed, which is unlocking new things. I think, yeah, there's one at the statue in Mondstadt as well. This is going to end badly, I guess. It's all being very peaceful at the moment, though.
Flee at my command, foul demons! Flee! Why won't you flee?
Uh-oh, looks like Star Snatcher's in trouble. And there are innocent bystanders here too. We have to step in.
I'm sure Zhao will show up. Or not.
I don't get it. Why didn't the Sigil of Permission do anything? Has the evil aura of these hilly churls grown in intensity?
Sigil of Permission, huh? Now why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, that's not how you exercise it.
Right! It's a keepsake of the Adepti, so it must still contain traces of their power. No wonder he was able to scare those monsters away earlier.
What are you two babbling on about? One is merely underslept, meaning that one's adeptal power is not in full flow. Were one but given another opportunity...
Well, as As it happens, there goes another bunch of evil hilly churls over there. Should we leave them to you then?
Oh, this will be entertaining.
One suddenly feels ill at ease. Surely one has overexpended one's adeptal powers. Otherwise, one would surely purge these infernal beings at once.
So you were just bragging after
Maybe you should come
all.
with a better
We were
line.
right to be suspicious. Come on, Traveler. Looks like it's up to us. Use your elemental sight and hunt them down.
Oh, there's a chest here.
Windblade! Is this an answer from this world?
I'll protect us. Oh, it's that Conqueror of Demons again. No wonder. Paimon was just wondering.
It's you. I remember you. I was purging some living beings that had been tainted by the demonic.
Yes, they do know him at least.
It would appear that I
Okay.
have caused you some trouble.
Huh? He isn't usually this polite. What's going on? But you are exorcising demons. How is that causing trouble?
That is because the changes that occurred in these monsters stem from me. Or more precisely, from the karma I have accumulated.
Mutations? Karma? Does that mean...
Yeah, how did they not know this?
Yeah! Paimon remembers that Xiao is also
mean, there's the
called
missing
the
one,
Vigilant Yaksha,
but-
isn't he? So that means... Oh... Poor Xiao!
You read this
I
book.
see. You must mean that piece of literati fan fiction from a few hundred years ago. All things are impermanent, and to exist is to suffer. We Yakshas have no need of sympathy or tears. My comrades who have passed on would see your tears as a stain upon their legacy.
Oh... Paimon's sorry.
It matters not. In any case, I am on my way to purge a cavern of demonic influence, so we shall part ways here.
Wait! Take us with you! We'll be a big help! Paimon promises.
No need. I am used to fighting alone. And in any case, these mutations originated from me to begin with.
Well then... Oh! Consider it Paimon's penance for being accidentally rude just now. Please?
Well, come on then.
You have to accept it.
So, Xiao, you've
Teleport
been
waypoint
suffering from the
unlocked.
bad karma all this time?
Suffering is my price to pay for eons of endless slaughter. I have come to accept this. But in recent years, other living things have suffered, when the burden should be mine alone to bear. I must reflect on this.
Well, that was 78. That's low. Be fine. I started taking level 9 in. It's fine.
Ooh, this place gives Paimon goosebumps.
Jump
I
down
will
and
use the
pray.
ritual known as the Bane of All Evil to relieve this place of its karma. You must remain calm. Do not allow yourself to be affected by the lingering wrath of bygone gods.
Evil conquering!
Quest specific effect. As a result of the build-up of divine karma in the area, Zhao will have Bane of All Evil permanently activated and will constantly lose HP. Additionally, the effects of that divine karma will allow Zhao to regenerate HP when he deals damage to opponents. Oh, so I have to attack things, so stay alive. That's reassuring. He's doing a lot of damage. 78. I'm assuming it's his weapon. Nebulous Oblique. C3. Pretty similar talents to what they usually get. And yeah. That's a lot of HP. Jesus. That's just doubled his HP.
Useless.
This is basically just a clicking simulator at this point.
Get out of my...
Queen of all evil. That must be the power you got for being a vigilant Yaksha, right? Paimon just realized that you only wear your mask when you're fighting the bad guys. But that Star Snatcher guy wears his mask the rest of the time too.
Star Snatcher. I am aware of no Adeptus by such a name.
So he is a fraud!
You were still doubting?
We'll continue this discussion later. You should focus on your battle for now.
Useless.
Actually, what does the effect of this have? Converts attack damage into anima damage, increases his attack AoE and attack damage. That would explain a lot. Because he's doing a huge amount of damage. Oh no. Can't really fast jump like this. Although, I bet I could jump up here.
Boring. Boring.
See, so that's how many times you get hit unless you actually get knocked by it. Because you just heal the damage almost immediately. There we go.
It is good that we came here. An unusual number of living things had fallen under infernal influence. Had we not arrived in good time, the consequences would have been unthinkable. Now, this Star Snatcher you speak of. What is the situation?
Ooh, Paimon will tell you.
An Adeptus who grants wishes. To think that people could be so easily deceived by such blatant lies.
As an Adeptus, do you have the power to grant wishes, Yao?
No.
The Liyue of yesteryear would never ask the Adepti for boons unearned. Millennia ago, the ancestral people of Liyue asked for nothing more than the strength to defend the land they called their home.
To be honest, an Adepti who grants people's wishes is probably more appealing to people nowadays.
However feeble people nowadays may be, they are not my concern. I concern myself only with following Rex Lapis's original decree.
Oops. Paimon spoke without thinking again. Oh, one more thing. That fake Adeptus has a sigil of permission. It's what he uses to exercise
I wonder if it's one of the
demons.
fake ones, or duplicates.
Wait. Truly? Fool. Exorcising demons without exterminating them. It is no wonder they have been congregating here. If this continues, things may spiral out of even my control. We must confiscate his sigil of permission.
Yeah, I'd like to teach him a lesson.
Great minds think alike! Paimon agrees. We've got to show that trickster what you get for trying to fool us. And it just so happens that we've got a real Adeptus with us too. If Xiao were to teach Star Snatcher a lesson, you can bet he'll never dare to pose as an Adeptus ever again.
No. I only slay demons. I do not kill mortals.
We weren't talking about killing them.
Who said anything about killing him?
It would certainly benefit Liyue if we could convince him to cease his wicked ways. I possess an art called Dream Trawler. It is
Ooh, this should
normally
be
used
fun.
to separate the soul from the body, that one might cultivate oneself in a waking dream. But it can also be used to call forth the spirits of others.
Whoa. Now that's a real Adepti art for ya.
Similar to gifting dreams and visions, just came out of his wits for sure.
A ritual must be performed for this art to be used. Assist me in gathering a few items. A censer,
And so
7
lamps
lamps,
to reduce the
and
temperature.
something to reduce the temperature.
Reduce the temperature. Oh, some mist flowers will probably do, right? But as for the censer and the 7 lamps, probably not the kinds of
say
things you're
that.
gonna just stumble across in the wild.
Do you know of the 2 Yaksha statues that stand guard beside a merchant road on the southern face of Mount Tianheng? The ancestors of the people of Liyue built shrines there to honor the Yakshas. You should still be able to find some ceremonial items there. Once you have found them, meet me at the Yaksha statues after nightfall, and I will teach you how to use this art.
Quest goal in Leeway, head there to continue the quest. There is an extra chest in here, right? Oh, not back here at least. What about over here? Remember I swearing here before there was an extra chest, although there might not be because it's a special case. Wait, wasn't this part of the summer event, not normal? Maybe I'm mixing it up. Maybe it was reused for the summer event? That would make more sense, to be fair. Anyway. So, oh, okay. About to say we're gonna run there, but nope, it's too far away for me to be bothered. 1500 meters is no short amount of distance. And just drop down.
The spirit soars the mountains high, while the body rests as the world goes by.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
Like to borrow some lamps.
Well, I'll be. Isn't that something? A pair walk into a shrine, neither to seek nor worship gods or adepti, but to pilfer the tools of worship for their own ends.
we know it's rude to ask, but we just need them for a short while. Honest.
For the Dream Trawler ritual, I trust.
How'd you know that?
I have been in the shrine for far longer than you would expect. Perhaps as a reward for my faithfulness, I have been endowed with some understanding of the Adepti arts.
Wow. Paimon's never heard of that happening before.
And the building looks a bit of a wreck,
It
I'm not
matters
gonna lie.
not. Take what you need. It is a fortuitous thing that these items may be of service to you. They serve little purpose here, in any case.
Something on your mind?
Nothing that you need concern yourself with. Please, take what you wish.
I'm sorry, we need to take this.
Should be fine, right? At least it isn't as run down as the shrine.
You return to the vicinity of the temple after transferring the
So
something.
we just need to grab the 7 star lamps, right? The sooner we start, the sooner we'll be done.
So we're going around to collect these lamps. This must be a really heavy, just group of things to carry. Never mind awkward. What is the last two?
Paimon thinks we've got all the ones we can use now. But let's say bye to that guy before we leave, shall we?
Yeah, that's... Oh, he's... Oh. I see. That explains it.
Where'd he go?
Or at least why he said what he said. About being old.
I had presumed that once you had acquired what you came for, you would forget about me and simply be on your way.
Ah! It's that guy's voice! Hello? Where are you?
My physical form ceased to exist over 1,000 years ago. What you witnessed earlier was an illusion, created by the Adepti art known as mortal lingering.
I really don't like the weather change here.
Now that you have taken the 7-star lamps and censer used in the mortal lingering ritual, my form is no longer visible to you.
You're a ghost.
It is not untrue to say this. The line between Adepti and ghosts is a fine one indeed. I was once a junior in the Order of the Yakshas, bestowed with the name Pervases by Rex Lapis himself. Yet my strength failed, and I was slain in battle.
Oh.
Today is the anniversary
Wait,
of
are you
my
the missing
death.
one?
My last wish was to see a modern Liyue.
Or am I looking...
And so I
reading
took
that
the
one?
liberty of performing this ritual here. That aside, you were sent here by the Conqueror of Demons, were you not?
So, you two know each other then?
I sense his aura upon you. That and the heavy burden of his karma. Even after all these millennia, he still must endure such tremendous suffering. I am truly ashamed.
Don't say that, Pervases. You sacrificed your life for Liyue, didn't you?
Life is a precious thing, yes. But when I think of the burden that the Conqueror of Demons must bear, death seems to me to have been the easy way out. A selfish indulgence, even.
Pervases.
I apologize. Birthdays are joyful occasions, but by the same token, it is hard not to be melancholy on the anniversary of one's death. The mortal lingering will not last much longer. Take care, you two, and please pass on my regards to the Conqueror of Demons.
You take care too.
If only I could taste some authentic grilled tickerfish once more. By wave and storm I hunt for fish. By wind and snow I slay evil.
Huh? Looks like he's gone then. Paimon really hopes that at least someone will remember Pervases the Yaksha. We should get going. But let's come
Someone.
back here and make an offering sometime.
Not perhaps us. This seems like a really dumb idea, but it's the fastest route. Could you imagine just stopping in the air like that? That must be painful. Just to be falling, gaining speed, and then just stop and then glide.
Have you gathered the items for the ritual? This sensor and these lamps. Their designs are flawless. Almost as if they were made specifically for use in the Adepti arts. Where
Got
did
that
you
from this person?
And, he says hi!
Didn't mean to skip the dialogue.
Pervases.
Whoops.
Yes. This does have the hallmarks of something Pervases might do. As I thought, it seems that he could not leave Liyue behind, either. I hope that its present state will allow him to rest in peace. Well then, let us begin preparing for the ritual. Place the censer in the middle, and surround it with the 7-star lamps. Adorn the area with the items of abject cold. Once this is done, we shall proceed.
You prepare the ground for
Yes, this will do. Now, the next step is the key to performing Dream Trawler. There are 4 steps to performing this ritual. Offering incense, meditation, incantation,
losing an arrow.
and loosing an arrow.
Loosing.
Seems like a real rigmarole.
Adepti arts are the product of millennia of study by Adepti. Do not dismiss their mystical workings as rigmarole. Failure to take this seriously could cause the technique to devour one's own body, or cause the spirit to be sundered from one's flesh permanently.
That's nice.
Stop talking! I'm sorry!
When offering the incense, we place the incense into the censer with reverence for Rex Lapis in our hearts. Meditation is to empty ourselves of trivial thoughts, and to focus on the target of the art we are performing. Then we shall recite the incantation in a loud voice. Devayaksha, bring forth sin! Finally, we will loose an arrow towards each of the Yaksha statues to enlist their authority for our contract. If all goes well, Star Snatcher's soul will be brought forth shortly.
Cool.
If you have no other questions, let us begin.
Here we go.
Then we meditate. Ugh. Paimon really doesn't want to think about that fraud.
Oh? Okay.
Bring forth sin! It looks like the Yaksha statues are glowing at the waist. So we just fire 1 arrow each at the glowing parts, right? We finished the ritual! And we followed all the instructions to
Well,
the
I'd say at least one of us did.
Close enough.
Wow, he is not impressed.
Leave the rest to me. You two get ready to greet him.
Where is one? Huh? You two look familiar. What's with one's body? One feels light, weightless.
Already dead.
Impossible. One was just lying in peaceful repose at Wangshu Inn. Wait, that must be it. Of course it must. As expected of an adeptus such as oneself. One must indeed be in a dream.
There's no helping this guy, is there?
You're not helping. You're not dreaming, because dreamers actually do not feel no pain. Oh, okay.
What is the meaning of this? Do you truly think that one will permit such insolence in one's own dreams?
Alright, time to take him down a peg.
Yep. Oh, he's really easy to beat up.
Such impertinence. Where are one's followers when one needs them? Hey, stop it! Stop it! Ow! What's happening? Is this really...
Well, that was easy.
Please stop! I surrender! I surrender!
So we're still going to do this one song and dance?
No! No, never again. You almost killed me.
Believe me, I wish I did.
How did I ever have the misfortune to meet you two? Please, Great Adepti, spare my life. I won't do this ever again, I swear it.
We did call your spirit here, but we're not Adepti. He, however, is.
You deceive the masses with quackery, masquerade as an Adeptus, exorcise demons without exterminating them, and display a callous lack of regard for life. One day, you will reap that which you have sown. For those who invite the infernal into their lives, there is no redemption.
You're...
Seems like Shell's got him scared stiff.
Oh, great Adeptus. Might I ask your name? It really is you. It's truly you. Never in my life did I imagine that I might meet the conqueror of demons, the vigilant Yaksha himself.
You know about Shell?
Of course. My grandfather was a folklorist. I learned the tales of the conqueror of demons at his knee. To this day, I'm an avid collector of books concerning the Yakshas. But ever since I discovered a sigil of permission while rummaging through my grandfather's personal effects, at first, I was just imitating the Adepti for fun. But slowly, I began to stray further and further from the righteous path.
Huh. So to sum you up, you're Xiao's biggest fan?
Yes. Thank you both for allowing me to witness the conqueror of demons in the flesh. It's like a dream come true.
That wasn't quite our intention.
Please allow me to swear this oath before the great conqueror of demons. I swear to turn away from evil, to live an honest life, and to never again stain the name of the Adepti.
I will remember your oath. Now go.
Thank you. 1,000 thanks for your forgiveness, and for all that you have done for Leah.
He seemed very earnest when he was making that oath there. Guess he won't be tricking anyone anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll not be very happy with him when they find out.
We haven't gotten the sigil of permission back yet. Let's head over to Wangshu Inn first thing tomorrow and look for him.
With Wangshu Inn and ask for gold there about the false Adeptus. Hoping this question soon, because I need to go to bed.
Hey there, boss. Star Snatcher's staying here, right?
Star Snatcher. You mean the false Adeptus who wore a mask? He signed in here under the name Wang Ping An.
Really, really ordinary person after all.
He's already checked out. He said he wished to go on a solo pilgrimage. Ah, yes. He also requested that I give this letter to a traveler who journeys together with a talking fairy, should they come asking for him.
Talking fairy? Who's that?
No idea, Pamela. I actually have no idea.
Well, anyway, you must be the traveler. Here's the letter.
Oh, kitty.
How strange that he would leave a letter for us. Is this the final attempt to fool us, maybe? Come on, open it. Paimon's curious.
It's probably got the thing in it, right?
Huh? Seems like he actually left us a few nice trinkets.
By the time you read this letter, I will have embarked upon my journey of self-improvement. I regret that I cannot apologize to you two in person. I hope you'll forgive me. Since the conquered demons appeared to me in a dream, I have not been slept. My nights have been spent thinking about how I may fulfill my vow. Not only have I deceived you two, but I've also exploited into hopes and dreams of my believers. People in dire straits often become weak, staying blindly after something to believe in. With my lies, I brought them false salvation, while their true desires grew further and further away. I know that in that long-gone era, the desires of mankind were not as complicated as they have become now. The conqueror demon shouldered the desires of Leeway's people as he contended with demons. Wearing his mask, he concealed the weakness brought by human desire. As a false adeptus, I am one who always wears a mask. A true adeptus only needs to wear it when facing demons. If I wear a mask to hide the evil that has crushed my heart, then the conqueror of demons wears a mask to hide the part of him that is human. And yet he wears the face of a demon king, only that he might subdue all demons. Once I had realised all this, I became deeply aware of my own ugliness and understood what it truly meant to be an adeptus. I set off on this journey over hill and river, strengthening my body and spirit, not because I harbour any hope of fully atoning for my sins. I do it only to earn the right to be counted among the believers of the Adepti. I have already asked someone to return the money I cheated others of. A few goods remain in my possession, but they are of no use to me on my journey of self-improvement. Please take them. Please take the sigil of permission that my grandfather left me as well. I am no longer worthy of it. I wish that you will be granted that which you desire. Maybe meet again. Wang Ping and a sinner. Well, that was certainly an improvement.
Yeah. Anyway, let's go take the sigil of permission to Xiao, shall we?
Why is it's just down here? Okay.
Ah, there you are. We got the sigil of permission back. Do you want to take it?
You have my thanks.
May I take your order, sir?
1 grilled ticker fish.
Certainly.
Hold on a minute.
We'll prepare it for you immediately.
Huh. No almond tofu this time? Well, that's not like Xiao.
Ticker fish was Pervasi's favorite dish. I just wanted to see how it tastes.
Huh.
By wave and storm I hunt for fish. By wind and snow I slay evil. Was there anything else? I am accustomed to eating alone.
We'll leave you then.
And so, Detective Paimon and the trusty traveler solved the case and quietly slipped away.
That's probably the perfect ending for that, to be fair. Okay, so we did actually manage to get that done. I'm actually surprised, that's 2 quests in 1 stream. Anyway, it's time for me to go to bed. So, we'll do the final wishes, and that'll be it for today. However, let's claim these achievements first. The True Friendship Takes Sacrifice. Collect the entire The Ball Princess series. And then that gives us the Traversal achievement. Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah, sure. And with that, we have the wishes to do. Now that's, I think, enough for... 1? Yes. We'll purchase that, and hope for something good. Let's check. Okay, no standard wishes. Please be good. No. That was a bit delayed. Anyway. Don't think there's not enough stardust there. So, with that, it's just time for me to leave and go to bed. So, thanks for watching what this has been. It's been actually fairly interesting if I go through those 2 story quests, getting a bit more lore, and then I guess helping someone in a way. Yeah, anyway. That's all. So, good night, and I'll see you later.